to Rise with Rena.
Hello, hello, hello. We are live, but first I need to share this to a couple of places. So let me go ahead and do that. Let's check that we are live on Facebook. Let's see. Let's see where we are on. Let's make sure we share this. We are going to check on things to make sure that we are indeed live. All right, how's everybody doing today? So we have a nice snowy day today. And because of that, I just decided everyone's home and we should go live and find out what is going on. Let's see. Ooh, someone just ordered some good stuff. Oh, I love it, y'all. I just got ordered. I didn't know from who. All right, hang on. Okay, so our goal. Oh, don't you love it when you send out a text to 1,000 people and you set out the long round. Oh, and we set out the actual wrong information. That's fun. Okay. All right. So, what are we going to do today? Our goal is to winterize our skin. All right. Maybe. Not sure. It's saying we're on Facebook, but I don't see us on Facebook. Hey, if you're on Facebook, will you send me a quick message saying where the heck I am on Facebook? Because I can't find it. I cannot find it. Let me see. Oh, wait, I found it. I found it. Okay. We're going to share and then we're going to rock and roll, and there'll be prizes at the end. So y'all need to so what you need to do is make sure you let me know that you are watching. So either message me. I'm trying to find the groups that I can share to. Right here. I got it. I'm all done. Okay, excellent. All right. So, with the lovely weather, I decided it would be a good idea to teach everybody how we are going to winterize our skin. Good skin always starts with clean skins. Okay. So there are a couple themes today, and I am going to start by talking out about your kids. Yep, your kids. Why? Because there's just way too much junk on the market right now. A lot of the junk is marketed as great organic, I don't know, healthy junk. And unfortunately, when you put junk in a great organic, healthy bottle, certain people do tend to buy it. let me tell you a secret. It's ill junk. So the biggest thing is we don't want your kids already made a mess and we barely started. Okay, this thing needed some water, so I'm putting some water on my face. Um, First thing, be gentle with your skin. So whether it's for you or kids, I love this brush. Anytime you're using one of these brushes, make sure the bristles are rounded because rounded bristles will not break the capillaries under your skin. Now this one works like a bumblebee wings, so it gently lifts the dirt out of your face. Why do we like that? Well, for several reasons. Because we are not only going to take care of our skin, but we are actually going to be good to our face. Okay. Products that I recommend do not add toxic load to the body. They are not endocrine disruptors, which you guys probably like, what the heck is that? And I'm telling you, endocrine disruptors are in everything. They're in fabric softener, they're in like laundry stuff, they're in shampoo, conditioner, everything. Um, you don't need to be putting that stuff on your face because what endocrine disruptors do is they mess with your body's endocrines, which is your gland system. So now we're seeing people with all sorts of conditions that are really hard to deal with. So the first thing is I used a cleanser with a gentle brush to exfoliate my skin. To cleanse my skin. So we are cleaning the upper 2/3 of the floor, removing dirt, oil, makeup, and excess dead skin from the upper 2/3 of your pores. Now I am using a scrub to scrub out my skins, but these are aluminum oxide crystals, same grade you'd get at a spa or dermatologist's office, but they are nicer to your face, right? And I can rub hard, I can rub soft, I can get any level of clean I want. But I am telling you, this will gently take off that dead layer of skin. So everything you do is going to be more better off. And then it's going to give your skin the chance to heal. So we got all those off. And as you can see, I didn't do them around the eye area, but I will tell you what I am going to do, pamper myself around the eyes today. Let's see. I got it. I got it. Here we go. You know what? I'm so used to doing these on my phone that now that I'm doing it on the computer, it's kind of like weird. Okay. So we're going to put some hydration under the eyes. Nothing like some pink goo to go under your eyes. So if your eyes need help, pink goo is the way to go. When you get these products, okay, it's really important that we use them in a timely manner. Keep the lids on because this got chewy gooey goodness on it, and we don't want it to dry out. So we're going to put some chewy gooey goodness on our eyes. Okay, first thing I told you I would talk to you guys about is your kids. All right, toxin load. So currently, I want you guys to take a guess in the US how many ingredients are banned from cosmetics. Post that below. Post that below. All right. So, how many ingredients are banned in cosmetics? Post your number below. Let's see what y'all come up with. Now, I just came on a long flight from Zurich, and we went to Lucerne and Zurich. It was a fun trip. Me and my son. I am literally so grateful to be home. We landed Sunday night, one of the only 2 flights from our airline that landed in Dulles that day. So the snow had just stopped. Luckily, we missed most of it. As soon as the snow stopped, We landed. The landing was beautiful, you guys. Totally beautiful. The captain did a fabulous job. The crew was awesome. I was so grateful to be home and safe. So, anytime you go on a plane or go in one of these tight, closed spaces, I heartily recommend a charcoal detox mask. We got the chewy, gooey goodness for the eyes, and we're detoxing our face with charcoal. Okay, so back to our question. Let's see if I can post it. How many ingredients banned in US cosmetics? All right, so I'll give you guys one more second to guess. And remember, there's prizes. So, like, get the right answer and be sure that you post the right answer, or better yet, just private message me. Yeah, PM me, Rena McDoom on Facebook or YouTube, whatever. Private message me. But if you get the right answer, I might have a prize for you because I got a lot of cool prizes. So how many ingredients are banned in US cosmetics? Well, the European Union bans over 1,300 ingredients and chemicals in cosmetics. So they're considered unsafe. They're considered not good for your skin to use, right? They mess up your endocrine disruptors. That's your gland system. So this is why you'll see now everyone's got some kind of condition. They've got an autoimmune. They are sensitive to the easiest things, right? I mean, when I was a kid, no one was sensitive to anything. We ate peanut butter sandwiches. We ate trash, y'all. We ate trash. Okay, Velveeta and peanut butter and jelly and Wonder Bread and Coke and Big Macs. I mean, we ate it all, and no one gained weight. Everyone looked great. Things were fine. But then they just kept adding and adding and adding onto the toxic load. And that includes skincare products. So I understand it's not super easy to eat healthy, organic, pesticide free, blah, 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 right? It's not that easy. But the same thing is that with cosmetics, right? You can make a choice. And the choice is to not use toxic cosmetics on your face, and especially for your kids. So if you have young kids, what do I have for you? Well, first, I have the world's greatest product. This is Candela wax and beeswax. Stuff has been around. It's so fabulous for 63 years. Now, how many products do you know that were selling in the early 1960s that are still selling today? That's how good this is. So, selling in the early 1960s and still selling today. So candela wax and beeswax, I literally, now this is not what it's meant for, okay? So call me and I'll tell you more about it. Uh, but I literally use this on my kids as newborns. It's a great moisture sealant. It helped me with their diaper rash. It helped me with sunburns. I have super dry skin, so it's a water sealant. I would take a shower and I would just put this all over my little nasty feet and my little nasty hands, and it would just, ooh, they would be soft. They would be soft. I even go and get pedicures, right? And the lady's like, "You never have foot calluses." That's because my feet are hydrated, people. And because my feet are hydrated and I don't have all these issues, just have good products, right? Now, if you want my book, No Knives, No Needles, please text no knives, no needles, right? So, um, so I want you to just say no knives, no needles. And I really believe after 40 years of healthy skin, right? So I've been using products for 40 years, so I know them inside and out. Um, After 40 years of totally healthy skin, I really believe that you can look good, look great without knives and needles. So you don't need to go get that surgery. You don't need to get those harsh skin treatments. Okay. I have people that are going and getting these spa treatments with harsh chemicals, needles, injections. People, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. Just have the habit of really good skin first. Oh, you know what? I forgot I was going to video. I'm doing reels while I do my live because this is what busy people do, right? They do it all in one thing. All right, so where was I? Okay, over 1,300 chemicals banned in European cosmetics. You're going to be good to your face. We're not going to use harsh chemicals that mess up our glands. We are not going to use scents that mess up our bodies. We are not going to get conditions because we're using a high toxic load product. So, how many chemicals does the FDA ban? Last I heard, it was under 20. Yeah, European Union over 1,300, FDA under 20. So if you buy it in the States, it can have almost anything in it. I went to Europe. I was in Zurich this past weekend, and you go into a grocery store, and do you know they have American products? They have the same dang brands and canned goods that we have. They have American products, but guess what? I can read all the ingredients. They had one of my chili that I like, the Hormel chili. I mean, it's like my favorite chili on hot dogs. Yeah. Let's not go into chemical load. Ain't eating much of that now. But my awesome chili, right? And it had like water, salt, beef, beans. I mean, everything I could pronounce. You buy a can of something here, there's a bunch of 17-letter words that even me with my brainiacs can't figure out. So, what I highly recommend is that you eat clean, you drink clean water, and for God's sakes, skincare is optional. Get a high quality product. Do not get something that is marketed high quality. Get something that is actually high quality that is not going to mess up your skin. So if you got young kids, okay, Candela Wax, Beeswax. I have fabulous bath care products like bath gels, body lotions. We have an amazing body spray, but just remember gentle, gentle, gentle. Um, very good ingredients, high quality ingredients that are not going to mess with them. So start by um, helping your kids out. Uh, they shouldn't be having all these like issues. All I remember is when we were kids, like, I mean, we literally ate dirt and rolled around in dirt and we're outside all the time and no one had allergies, no one had a bunch of needs. And now I'm just looking at kids nowadays, even my kids' friends, and some of them, y'all, elementary school, would go and have allergic reactions where they had to uh, call ambulances for these kids. So I'm just thinking about the amount of stress these kids are under, and not to mention social media and, all that good stuff. But what we're going to do is reduce the toxic load uh, with our skincare for our kids. The next thing, what we're going to do is we are going to use products that are good for our environment. We want wholesome companies that recycle. And one of the ways that's really cool to have a product that's good for the environment is to reduce packaging. Okay. So, did you know that if you buy something at the mall or drugstore, that 80%, up to 80% of some of these products is, yeah, water. The whole bottle is dang water, y'all. And so when you use it, like it just falls out. So let me see if I can. Oh yeah, like here's the difference. Okay, here's my cleanser, just so you guys can see. Do you see how solid that is? It's not going anywhere. It's not falling out of the bottle. I can actually suck it back in to the bottle. Okay. But this is what the good stuff is, not watered down. Otherwise, you could buy a tube this big, right, in the mall or drugstore, but it's filled with water. That stuff just runs out, y'all. It runs out. It's not good. It's not good. So, not only are you paying for water, not exactly something we want to do, but um, let's see. Oh, we have a problem streaming to LinkedIn. Well, let's hope LinkedIn gets its act together. Um, So not only are you paying for water, but we're throwing away all these big plastic cans and bottles everywhere all the time, and that's not healthy for you, me, our planet, nobody, right? So we are not going to pay for water. We're going to use good products that are not watered down, that are good for our bodies, that are good for our kids, that are good for our planet, and that are good to animals. So we're looking for products that are animal friendly and do not test on animals and are actively finding ways to get alternate to animal testing because, like, that's not cool either. I don't know if you guys can tell this mask is kind of sort of drying. Um, but part of the reason I'm using this detox charcoal, it's activated charcoal. And what activated charcoal does, now this is great for teenager skin. It's also great for teenager skin. Okay. A teenager is someone my age who still thinks they're kind of young. I'm also going to use a sugar scrub on my lips because when I get the lid looking good, right? There we go. All right. So we're going to use charcoal mask. When, if, well, hopefully this never happens to you, but if anyone ever gets poisoned, they use activated charcoal in hospitals to get the poison out of their body. So I am using activated charcoal on my face to get all the poisons out of my face. And so since I've been on the flight to Zurich, and let's see, what can I tell you about Zurich? I don't think I have been there since maybe the 1980s or the 1990s. Um, what did I love about Zurich? Okay, well, when I go to Europe or Asia, Africa, do you know I can eat anything? Like here, I have all these food sensitivities. Over there, I can eat anything. And it was awesome. It was so awesome to be able to eat like whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. Now, there was this dining experience, which, okay, y'all, these social media ads got me. They kept showing it to me. It's called Le Petit Chef, but they don't have one here in DC. So I've been always wanting to do it. So I went to LA, tried to do one with my friend. It didn't work out. Went to San Diego. My friends weren't available. Like the booking was available. My friends weren't available. Went to Nashville. And that one night I could go. They didn't have a table. So I'm in Zurich. I see the dang commercial. I'm like, oh, what's the odd that they have one of these in Zurich? And y'all, they had one in Zurich. It was awesome. So we end up at this dining experience called the Le Petit Chef. And what they do is they project a tablecloth on your table. So you have a tablecloth which white, and then they put a projector. And so your tablecloth keeps changing patterns with the projector. And then they project these four chefs. And this, look at my stories because you guys can see on some of my posts. But they have these four chefs, right? And one does like the salad, and one does the appetizer, one does the main course, and one does the dessert. And the dessert chef is Japanese. So they were having these four awesome chefs that were cooking for us. And so they project the entire meal being made on the table. And as soon as it's done, the waiter comes and puts the plate in front of you. And the food was delicious, you guys. The food was delicious. And, you know, it had all the good stuff in it, like, you know, Japanese desserts, the really good stuff. But guess what? I could eat it because it was European level food and it didn't have all those 17 letter chemicals in it. And I had a really good time. And I came back and I've lost 2 pounds after eating all the bad stuff. And it was lovely. It was lovely. They also gave us enough Swiss chocolate to last forever. We did get to go to Lucerne as well. We took a boat ride on the lake in Zurich. Oh, and y'all know I'm a chocoholic. We visited, yes, we visited the Lindt factory. It was so good, y'all. It was so good. So we visited Lindt factory and we got to see how Lindt chocolates were made. And if you're not familiar with the Lindt chocolates, you know they have kind of the hard shell and the middle is kind of gooey. So they filled us in on how they get the shell and then the gooey middle and how they get it to connect. Okay, so I feel like the moisture is in my eyes, so I'm going to go ahead and take off my my eye mask. Okay, so that's good. Now, this is how the charcoal mask should look. So it should start like dark and shiny like this, but when it pulls everything out, it should get this like light gray color. Again, this is great for teenagers and it's great for you, but anytime you have been in a situation where you think you've gotten a lot of junk on your skin, maybe you're dealing with paints, maybe you're gardening, maybe there's just been a lot of stuff that has been harsh put on your skin, and you want to do a deep suck it out of your pores, this is the way to go. And of course, I use the lip mask on my lips, and now we're going to get it all off. Now, normally when I would do this, I would not look like this, y'all. Okay, hang on. Social mediaing, as always. Let me get my, yeah, still trying to wipe it off. Still trying to wipe it off. But normally, okay, I would use this in the shower and it comes off a lot easier. And you don't look like this, right? Please. Not for long. I'm just gonna put my little mess aside here. Let's get a clean washcloth and go that way. So I have cleansed my face, I've exfoliated my face, I've exfoliated my lips, and we've pulled all the gunk out of the face. Now, the most important aspect of skincare, if you all want to know what's important, okay, is what's the most important aspect of skincare? It's cleaning your face, cleaning and hydration. That's what we want to do. Clean and hydrate. Okay, so cleaning and moisturizing. So we have done the cleanser. Now, when you are no longer 40 something, even when you're 30 something, I highly recommend that you use a serum. What do serums do? Well, they help you become firmer. They help the skin become firmer. They help lift. Um, this one is a really good lifting serum that I love. And what I love about it is it's vacuum packed. Okay, so you can see there's no air in the bottle. And so that tells me how much I've used and how much I've got to use. And honestly, I need to order some more of this because I used a bunch with the winter. Remember, at home, you're always going to do your throat area because you have the same type of skin here up. I always do the backs of my hands because I want like old looking hands and good looking face. All right. Next, I am going to do a moisturizer. I prefer something with a sunscreen. Um, honestly, I've heard all sorts of stuff. But for your face, most people are concerned with going to the beach or going to vacation or going skiing. Okay. How often are you really at the beach on vacation or skiing versus incidental sun exposure? So, incidental sun exposure is going to happen every day. This is sitting by a window, driving your car, going out to check the mail, walking the dog, whatever you do, incidental sun exposure is going to be there and it's affecting your skin. So, I would highly recommend that you use a good sunscreen. Now, again, they're going to market sunscreens to you, and they're going to be average and not even that good. So, let me give you a couple tips on sunscreen. You want a full spectrum sunscreen that protects you from UVA for aging and UVB for burning rays. Most sunscreens will protect you from UVB for burning rays. So, some people are like, well, you know what? I can go to the drugstore or one of those big box stores and I can buy something that's half the price. Yeah. And you're getting half the functionality or maybe not even half the functionality. But you want sunscreens that are full spectrum sunscreens because the UVA for aging, which happens on snowy days when I was shoveling my driveway, which happens on cloudy days, you're still aging. And my bigger concern is, no knives, no needles. You can see my skin looks pretty good. I don't think I have a wrinkle yet. I mean, if I do this, maybe I can get one. I don't know. Nothing around the eyes. So good eye cream, good face creams, good serums, and you are going to look good. So remember, no knives, no needles. If you want my book, you need to comment below, no knives, no needles, and I can send you the PDF version by email, so the ebook, or I can send you the book. Um, all right, so now we're hydrated. What are we going to do? Well, oh no, do I have it? No, I don't. I don't have my foundation primer. I would use a foundation primer in weather like this because it helps, right? And I would also use an eye cream. So let's see, do we have an eye cream handy? I use this one. It's oldie but goodie. Remember, I hydrated the eyes. So pat, ring finger, pat, pat, pat. You want to stipple because that will get the product in. Only put eye cream on the bony parts because it will move to the center of the eye. So without putting it in my lashes or whatever, you don't have to like do all that extra. I love my, check it out, people. All right, one more time. Looking for a foundation primer. Should have prepared better, but we didn't. This is my 10,000 bristle brush. Ooh, 10,000 bristles. And of course, we're making a reel while we're doing the live. Okay, so 10,000 bristles. Why do I like this brush? Because it's going to give me an airbrush look. So A, I get the airbrush look. B, I get the airbrush look without um, buying an airbrush, which that would be bad, right? I'd have to go buy it. And so let's go ahead, use some foundation. And remember, anytime you use a brush, it's gentler on your skin because the bristles will bend. Um, the bristles will bend instead of pulling your skin. Okay. Most people that I see that use their face, they're way, way, way too harsh, especially around the eye area. So you want, so you can use this, get in all the little nooks and crannies. Then I'll put on a little bit of concealer. There we go. Let's do some concealing. We do some contouring too. Yeah, why not? Ooh, I did not make a video of that. Okay. Put a little bit of contour here, contour here. If you want to make your nose skinnier, just put contour on it. Okay. You don't have to like be massively, you can also reduce a little bit here. Actually, I'll show you the E3 bronzing technique later, but you can kind of see we got the contour going on. And then just use a brush, make it go away. Okay. Same with this. Use some cheekbones, whether you got them or not. You can get them now. Right? Then, if you want to contour more, you can use a bronzer. Guess what? Someone busted their bronzer. Yeah, we won't use names, but someone's bronzer is busted. What you want to do is use a big floofy brush. Big and floofy. Big and floofy. Yep, big floofy brush. Because that's gonna you want to diffuse the product, right? And so in order to do that, you need the big floofy brush so it spreads it more. So you're going to do E3. So make an E and a 3. E3, right? There we go. Yeah, that's how you do bronzer. So now we got a little bit of contour going on, and people can kind of see it's all gone. And look how easy it is to blend. But good products, good quality products, and I can put this much stuff on my face, which I like to do. But the biggest thing is look how healthy my skin is. So right now my skin is protected, right? So we've got the foundation. Why I wear foundation? People are like, oh, you want to cover stuff up. I don't need to cover stuff up. Y'all saw me without anything on. What do I got to cover up? Why do I wear foundation? Because I want to protect my skin. So foundation is protection. And that's what we're doing with your face, right? Let's see. So after that, yeah, we got pretty much good. Now I'll show you a four-step eye. What I love about the four-step eye is you can stop after any step. So who are my simple girls? If you're simple, comment simple. There we go. That's it. Just put one color. It's a wash. It's just going to even out the tone of your eye, um, and make it easier to put on other colors if you want. So you can just wash. Okay. So step one is just wear one color, which is a wash. If you want to go fancier, I think I put something in this eye. There we go. If you want to go fancier, you can highlight, okay? So highlight means you take a white color, okay, and we're going to do it right above the lashes and right under the arch. So do you see the difference there? Let's see. So you can see a little bit about you take the lighter color right under the lashes, right under the arch. And that's called highlighting. What light does is it pulls it out. So we pull out the lashes, we're going to pull out the arch. Okay. So we got all that going on. Then we can go with darker colors. With a darker color, remember if you drew a line from the end of the mouth to the end of the eye, you don't want anything crossing that line. So when I do makeup on people, I just look at, their eye placement, their mouth placement, their nose placement, where their ears are, and that's how makeup artists do custom looks. Because we know what your face map is. And if you want my face map training, text face map. I have it somewhere. If you're in my private client group, it's definitely in there. And I will teach you how to read your own face map so you don't have to keep going to people to get makeup done. But I just like wearing makeup, so I do wear makeup. But if you don't like it, skincare is the answer. So we've got great products for acne that are gentle. Uh, as you all know, back in the 90s, there was a very popular infomercial for an acne brand that took away acne and scars, but it also took away the top layer of your skin. Okay, you have 7 layers of skin. You don't want to lose any just to look better. All right. No, this eye is not happy. All right, one unhappy eye. So we'll just keep it closed till it decides to get happy. There we go. Oh, I also have these lovely. So I don't use disposable cotton. I can actually use these rounds and they're machine washable. And then I found out that there are some cleaners that if you soak them in them, because usually our makeup will come out, but sometimes they do get, like I forget to wash them for a while. They do get a little upset and set up that way, right? Okay. I love these liners. They're waterproof. I remember the first time I used this liner, I took a shower, right? And I walk out of the shower and the liner's perfect. I'm like, oh my God, I just showered with this whole liner on and it looks perfect. Yeah, after a full shower, y'all. It was crazy. All right, there we go. So 1 and 2, number 3 goes in the corner, number 4 goes in the middle, but I'm not going to go deep into face masking. So we did a cleanser. That's the most important thing. We did a moisturizer. That's the second most important thing. I added on a serum because I don't want wrinkles. Okay, it's very easy. If you have eyebrows, hang on. Sorry, excuse me. If you have eyebrows, okay, now mine are pretty dark, but if you have eyebrows and you want to do something easy to make them show up, just put in an eyebrow gel, and that can give you color. If you have very light eyebrows or are losing hair in your eyebrows and want help with that, just text me. I'll give you ideas on what you can do to have better eyebrows that are natural and you don't have to go and get expensive treatments or get them like put into your face. We don't want to do all that. I do love natural lip liners. These are also waterproof. And I'm doing this for you, y'all, because I'm about to go eat lunch. Yeah. So we put that on. And again, my lips tend to be dry, so I like having the extra moisture of good hydration products. Again, very low chemical load. Uh, oh, let me give you a trick. One of the trends I've been seeing that's been driving me nuts is people going and making custom lipsticks. Okay. You do not need to go and pay someone to make custom lipsticks. What you can do is just blend a bunch of colors together. So let me just show you. This time I'll use a little more. So you can start with a red liner, right? And then I put a gold on it, and you notice how much that got lighter. But if you want to change it up a little, mix in another color, right? So I know you have 10, 15, 20 lipsticks that you've been fixing the meaning to get to use. You haven't used them. So just mix them on your lips and keep using them until you like the color. So don't go and buy some expensive custom lipstick that's only one color after you paid all this money to use it all the time. No, you're not going to do that. Okay. You can make your lips custom every day, any way you want. All right. The technique I was going to show you was when you have a lipstick, okay, there is just as much product here as there was that came out. But then you get to the bottom and you know there's more in there, but you don't know how to get it out. So I just use the lip gloss wand and I get it out and I put it on. There you go. Yeah. So I always have a lip gloss or a lipstick on me and you can just kind of mix and match. Mascara, again, y'all, gentle to the eyes, has to nourish the lashes. If you're going to wear eye makeup, you want to have the number one eye makeup remover in the world, which is this that takes off waterproof and water-based makeup. And this is the best-selling one. It's been my best-selling one for decades. Again, gentle, not going to hurt your eyes. But we have good products for the kids. We have good skincare for you. Cleanse, moisturize, maybe a serum or two. Foundation to protect your skin. And I think we've done, oh my God, I've been talking 42 minutes. How'd you guys put up with me for 42 minutes? Okay, if you watch this on YouTube or whatever, I hope you can watch it at 2x. I watch all my videos at 2x because um, I have time to watch all this. So hopefully you can watch it like in 20 or 25 minutes. But all right, so we got prizes for those of you that comment. I'm going to go through the comments. Yep. This chick is going to go through the comments and give you all some prizes. So the more you comment, the more that helps this live be shown to more people, right? So I feel because you participated and say yes, you help me, I should help you. So when you comment now, let me know which product was your favorite. That makes a really big difference on are you a natural girl? Do you like color? Do you like to mix your own makeup, right? Make it all work for you. All right. And again, doing a little bit for the real, keeping the real, keeping you guys real. And I'm pretty much done. Oh, my favorite trick, how to take off 10 pounds or 10 years. Well, I'm going to do it on this side. Put the magic stuff on the jawline. See it on the jawline? Say it's on the jawline. Just blend it till it goes away. Can you tell? Does that side of my face look thinner? Yeah. Guess what? I have a special event coming up next week. See if you can guess what it is. I'm going to be featured as an extra in something. But you can see it'll just take some chunky monkey. And the more chunky monkey you have, the better off you are. But yeah. So we're going to go ahead and floof out our hair. Right? Hair be floofed. All right, hair needs more floofing. But anyways, thanks for watching. Be sure you comment. Be sure you share anything you do to help boost this live. And I've got some cool products for you, but tell me which one you like the best and put it there, right? Remember how many ingredients these products, anything I use pass European Union testing because we don't want any chemicals. We don't want any chemicals in the products, right? And let's see, tell me what your favorite product was. Tell me what you learned. And the more comments you do, the more it helps the live. So that means I feel like I should be helping you, right? I want to help you. So we got the link. We got the audio. I'm actually making an AI clone today. So I needed to get a bunch of good audio. So I have my fancy audio mic here. And I needed to talk about something for 30 minutes. And guess what? We did it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, the hair needs help still. And if you have any questions, send me a message. I'm here for you. Bye. Have a good one.
Stay tuned for the next episode of Rise with Rena.